Good day. Let's do some retro daily challenges. Queued up are July 7th, July 8th, and July 9th of 2023. All right, let's start with this guy. Is that 6 of these yellow lozenges, pills, sticks? Let's do the first 4. Let's see what we can do that. Let's do a display flex. And I think we're going to need a width on those. And we're going to need a gap, and we're going to need to change the color. Gap of 30 pixels, say 30-30. I think it's probably 40-40, huh? 40 and 40. I could be right. And we're going to need to make that background color correct. Make those margins 3, 4, nope, 35, 34, 34, 33, 5, 36. I think it's 34. 34. You need to be taller. That looks right. And then a border radius of 20 pixels. All right, and that's just the first part of that. Now, when we add 2 more and flip them around, that's going to ruin our flex. Let's just show you that. Flex is going to do its best to squeeze all those in, and that's not what we want at all. So we need flex wrap. Flex wrap wrap. And then there they are. Okay, so these last 2, we need to transform. So I'm just going to hope that by just doing 1, I'm going to transform, rotate 45 degrees. No, 90 degrees. A hilarious 90 degrees. And then translate up minus 20 pixels and 0, 3, no, wrong direction, minus 20, that's the y-axis that we're going up, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, something like that. And then be the second one. And actually, that's different enough. Let's just make it its own thing. It's different enough that it's just not. It's not fair to it to make it behave, unless we have them in the same container. They are in the same container, but they're not going to behave quite the right way. So B, it needs to go up further, 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 right? 8, 9, 10, 140, 150, 1, 2, 3, 52, and then how about 4, 40, 60, 70, 80, 100, 110, 20, 120. That's it. Okay, so then is this one the similar? That's what we want to know. It seems awfully close to where it needs to be vertically, so that means this 4. Because again, translate is doing it from the position that it would have come from in the flow of the document. So flex wrap, and then you're doing this transform, which alters the way it looks once it's in place. That's 100%. We'll take it. All right. So is there commonality we can do there? So let's do, we're going to put the rotate on this of, let's see, transform, translate, and really it's var dash dash x or 0, var dash dash y or 0, and then a rotate of var dash dash r and a semicolon. And then if I ruin these by putting just a nonsense in front of them, making it invalid, then I can set dash dash x to be 120 pixels, dash dash y to be minus 152 pixels. Is that working? There, it's working, sort of. And then dash dash r of 90 degrees. Okay, so that's roughly working. And then we've got dash dash x of 40 pixels. Dash dash y is minus 152 pixels. And dash dash r of 90 degrees. And something in there is wrong. Oh, because it's not 152, it's 72. And there it is. All right, so we can nuke those. All right, what else can we do there? That's it. I think we're. So we could use calc here. We could do a translate of a calc of this times that. For 40, we could do and have the x be a smaller value. Do we want to do that? Translate of calc. So what is that? Calc of var times 40 pixels. And then that's just 3. And that's just 1. And that sort of works. So that's the circuitous. We're using the variables, and then we can use a few fewer characters here. Is that better? I actually haven't done the checking to see whether it is any better. I don't know that it really is, but it feels good to do it to me. Okay. I'll leave the y's alone. Yeah. Var r. We'll do var r comma 0. And we'll do another calc var r or 0. Don't forget your parens times 90 degrees. And is there some? Nope. And then this will be 1. And we shave a few characters off. All right, let's stop there. I showed you a few techniques, some different things you can do. Resubmitting and minify and unit replace and other characters we can shave off of there and resubmit, and I think we're happy with that. I think that's great. You know, it's a fun one. It's not better than other solutions that I've done, but it's good enough. That's the first one. That's July 7th to 2023, and here July 8th. What is this guy? Is he clip path? It's it looks like it's 2 squares overlaid, and that would be fine. But maybe this is a clip path one. I don't remember how I did it. I try not to look at the solutions when I do these and redo these. 45. That looks right. And use 200 tall, 210 tall. Okay. $95. Okay, so what's the clip path look like? Easy to get lost in a clip path. Let's count the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's 16 points. And it's a polygon. And 50% 0. And then, actually, usually I start from the top. That's going here in the background. Usually start from the top and then go around, but let's start, we'll go left to right. We'll show that 0, 50%. And then we'll go upward, say 20%, 30%. And let's do 20%, 20%, and let's do 40%, 20%, and then 50%, 0. We're just going on the presumption that these are roughly the right numbers. And 60%, 30%. And 70%, 30%. Is anything correct? Probably not. That's all right. It's fun. 100%, 50%. All right. What did we do wrong? Oh, it's monstrous. Absolutely monstrous. Okay, so this first number is what, 15? And 15. And then at 35, 15. It's a little more correct, huh? Looks like it's too low. 25? No, 35. Okay, so that's roughly correct. So what did we do wrong here? So symmetrical to that would be 65. What I'm looking at there is the numbers before, right? I'm trying to use what I've done before to improve what I'm doing now. So, okay. 15. Oh, we gotta go in reverse order. Yeah, 15. Yes. And then 15 again. And then 35. And then, this number 65. And then this is 85. I believe. And then also 85. Close, but not quite correct, right? Regrettably. Okay. So we're probably gonna have to change all these numbers again. Oh, that's okay. We're patient. Okay, 85% and 65%. Yeah. 85%. What's next? 65 is 85%. Yep. And then I think it's then 65. Yeah. And then 50%, 100%. And then 30, what were we saying? 35%, 85%. Yeah. And then 15%, 85%. Yeah. And then 15%, 65%. So that's pretty close. I'm going to submit it, even though I know that it is not good enough. A regrettable 99.5, excuse me, percent closeness. So, what do we need to do to get this right? What's alarming is that we might have our margins wrong, right? If we did this, that's a little better, isn't it? And then what if we change that height? Ah, that's a little better too. And then what about something? This is something right about the symmetry, right? So whoo, oh, you can kind of see how close that is. So close. Okay. So which numbers do we need to change? We started over here in the west. So is that 15? $13, 15, 15, 0.5, 0.5. I don't think we're going to get away with those percentages. Let's make them both 20 pixels. 30 pixels. 31 pixels. Yeah, that's better. So if that's the case, so if 31 can replace these 15, oh, a little painful here. I know I was committing to doing this, but now I kind of hate the solution because all this tweaking is a lot more painful than just 2 squares, isn't it? I thought we could get it. We got awful close, didn't we? All right. Time to cut bait. I no longer find this fun. As much as it was definitely fun to get to that shape so quickly. Well, relatively quickly. This is no good. All right, so let's keep that margin on, and let's make this element and let's go super simple. Height, width, and And let's do position fixed. And to play with the height and width, we're going to do aspect ratio 1. And let's get that first square in place. Actually, you know what? In keeping with the do the hard part first, let's do the rotated one first. So transform, rotate 45 degrees. Hard part first. Maybe that's the theme for the new year. So 150. And then let's do left 100. 110, 120. And then top 100. Too low. 6. 5. 55. 25. 6, 7, 8, 9. 60. Ooh. 150 might be correct. It feels like I see a little line there, and that's definitely on the sad side. Let's do the second one. So right now, he's the second P. We will do the transform to. Is that it? So a lot simpler than the clip path, but we've got still little bits of wrongness in place there. So let's change that top value, 59.5. Does that solve it? Maybe that solves it. Is that 100%? 99.8%. Not quite good enough. I don't know. I'm struggling to see where I'm in disagreement. Oof. 0.5, 4, 3, 2. I'm just tweaking these left and top numbers. I think that I have the correct sizing on the figure, even though clearly the renderer does not appreciate what I've got going there. But I certainly don't see it. I'm going to do something bold and say white of the background. Ooh. No better, and still at 99.8% match. All right, I'm going to take a look at prior solutions. Oh, that working solution sure looks very similar to what we've got. I'm going to copy it, and let's compare it to what we've got. So we've got two P elements. We got a margin of 75 in auto, and a margin auto 50-50. So I wonder if it's the aspect ratio is the problem. So that uses margins, whatever. So 150 is correct. I'm kind of curious to see if we can make this work rather than the margins. Interesting how there's just a difference in the code. No, still doesn't like that. It doesn't like the fixed. Yeah, so So we did a margin 0 auto, and then the margins were on the body. So it's not exactly cheating. To use a solution that I already did. But it feels a little cheaty. So that's with just a slightly different. There's 100%. So to me, this is an example of where the renderer is being finicky about something that I don't understand what it's being finicky about. Just that you got to take it another approach, you know, and that works better. It's as though one of those steps of the calculations is just not reliable. I'm gonna minify and unit replace, and I don't think it's gonna. I'm gonna resubmit. I don't think it beats the prior ones that I did. I'm content with that solution. Yeah, so that's not better than the other ones. All right, so let's do the third one. Sort of a skull without the eyes, or a light bulb. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Shape. Let's use the blank template. And I think what I'm seeing is a radial gradient on the body to start with. And that's the easy part. So let's do the hard part first. I think that's a... let's give him a height of like, what, 20. And then we're giving him a border. Solid of that color. And then border width, we'll call it 20, 0, 20, 20, 0. And then put that into place. And then on the body, to start, we'll just do this guy. And I think those borders need to be a little heftier. 40, 40, maybe 40. And we're just going to narrow him down like crazy. And I think that means we're going to need a 0. Otherwise, we're going to get effectively a scroll bar. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 110, 120, 40, 50, 60, 170, 171, 72, 73. That looks right. Okay, and then let's move him down more. 110. 175. Nice even number. 3, 4, 5, 55, 56, 57, 58. So that border is too wide. How much wider is it? Is it 30? And then that height of that element, maybe it's 10. That looks, yeah, that could be right. All right, so let's make this even bigger. 70, 80, 80. All right, so that's the hard part. And then the inner part is the fun part. Let's make that radial gradient. And it'll be a circle. Not circlem, circle. Blue or dark. It's not blue, is it? It's more like a, I don't know what that color is. Very, very much a black, but it feels like it's got a little bit of a hue of blue. I'm not looking at those hex numbers close enough to know what they are, but there we go. So we're centered not quite right, huh? At 2%, 40. So we are obliged to do the x-axis 50%. Let's call it 25. Let's call it 40%. How about 45%, 41, 42, 38, no, 42%. Okay, so I feel like we need a pixel value there, but this is good to start with. 6, 7, 8. All right, 41. There it is. There's a little, there might be a little jump there. Again, coming at them fast like this. Nope, that's 100%. Okay, that's very satisfying. Very satisfying solution. We're resubmitting, and that's a better match. That's a 100% match, and it's a better score than I got before. So that's fun. It's another justification for doing these is always, trying to get in code golf the best score you can, and then that's enjoyable for me for sure. And we shaved off one more character right there, so I'm going to do that again. That's it. All right, thanks for watching these. I know these are a little longer, but they're certainly fun for me. Even when the strategies that I start down don't end up panning out or are a little more painful, or when I have to refer to old solutions. Vaguely unsatisfying to have to do that, but I definitely feel good when I can get the visual match and get close. All right, thanks for watching. Happy New Year, 2025 right around the corner. Have a good day. Bye.